On the 28th of February, tensions in West Asia dramatically escalated after the assassination of Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. The strike was carried out during coordinated Israeli and American military operations targeting senior Iranian leadership and the strategic facilities across the country. The 86-year-old supreme leader, who had spent much of the previous weeks sheltering deep underground amid fears of strikes, had surfaced to attend a high-level meeting. Within hours, US and Israel announced his death. The weapon that brought Khamenei's death wasn't a conventional weapon. It was a deadly missile that was launched from an Israeli fighter jet. The missile climbed rapidly through the sky toward the edge of space in the outer atmosphere before making a U-turn and making a sharp plunge back towards Earth. The impact was so huge that it hit the compound when Iran's top political and military leadership had gathered, that most of them died immediately. The weapon believed to have been used in the strike, the Blue Sparrow, is an advanced air-launched ballistic missile developed by Israel. And as per reports, the Blue Sparrow is about 6.5 meters long and weighs around 1,900 kgs. Before launch, it is powered by a single-stage solid-fuel booster. The Blue Sparrow is part of a broader family of missiles that also includes the Black Sparrow and the Silver Sparrow systems that originally designed to simulate Soviet Scud missiles or air defense testing. Now, these are the images of the moment when Khamenei's underground military bunker located under Iran's leadership complex in Tehran was hit. The IDF released this footage and claimed 50 Air Force fighter jets dismantled the underground bunker that was intended to serve as a command center for the slain leader. The bunker was a secure emergency asset for managing the war by the leader, who was assassinated before he managed to use it. Now, the IDF claims that the underground bunker sprawled across entire streets in the heart of Tehran and included multiple entry points and rooms for gatherings of the senior officials of the Iranian regime. Israel claims the compound was hit following the collection of intelligence and prolonged thorough research. Let me go back to Velina, who continues to be with us on the broadcast. Velina, there has been a lot of speculation, a lot of conversation about how the US and Israel made the first move, but now the kind of response that Iran has been given has surprised many. As per your assessment, who do you think was better prepared strategically?
We will have the answer to this critically important question once we have the first metrics to assess the possible outcome. We are not there yet. And let me be very clear, even now in this first initial phase of the war, after 7 days of war, some or many may claim that the United States and Israel are already having the military victory, but let us be clear that there is a real gap between strategic ambitions and strategic victory here. And Iran is showing once again the capabilities, but also the ability to fight for much longer than originally anticipated. So we cannot clearly say who is going to have the strategic victory. In the base case scenario, if Iran runs out of missiles and drone capabilities and is no longer able to inflict damage on regional US assets and neighbors, partners and allies of the United States, no longer able to fight back, well, this could be one way how actually strategic victory might happen. The ideal strategic victory of United States is not necessarily the one of Israel. Israel wanted regime change right from the beginning, since the last escalation. The United States have just on the 7th day actually co-signed to this strategic goal of, let's say, regime change because of the statements of Trump from today. But in the end, this war has many layers, and in the sum of all different developments will decide where the victory will be.
Velina, then at this point, would it be too early to say, or can we say that if not the big winner, Russia seems to have emerged as some sort of a winner, because it's not just providing support to Iran militarily, Russian oil is back in focus?
indeed, through the circumstances, without active participation, without steering the process or the events, Russia is now emerging as one of the winners short term from this war because of the interplay of commodities it has to offer on the global markets, because of the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. Take oil, take LNG, take oil products, take helium, take sulfur. You get the idea. Everywhere you look for alternatives, you get a Russian offer. And that, of course, is now, from Russian perspective, tactically observed a kind of a gain situation, mostly because the Americans are now paying attention to the Middle East and to Iran, will be kept busy. And that is also good news for Russia with regards to the ongoing negotiations on ceasefire. And last point, obviously, because Europe currently is once again being sidelined for a second time after the first being the ceasefire negotiations within a trilateral format between United States, Russia, and Ukraine.
All right, well, let's wait and see how this moves forward. Velina Chakarova, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us on WION and sharing your perspective.
Thank you very much.